Miss Artiga, how are you?
What is up, guys?
How are you? Give me one
How are we doing
second.
today?
All right, should be good now. How are you? Good morning.
Good. Good morning. How are y'all doing?
We're good.
Uh,
You have headphones on?
No, do you need me to?
Yes, it's feeding back. I thought it was me, but it's the feedback.
No, it's cool. Give me 2 seconds.
No worries. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by up and coming contender Jasmine Artiga. She's got some exciting boxing news coming up here. She's going to be in a WBA Super Flyweight Championship battle that is set for March 21st. So we're going to be talking with her in just a bit once we get the audio settled. Tone, you familiar?
with Jasmine,
Yeah,
I'm being educated right now.
for sure.
I'm being educated right now.
Let me mute her in the meantime. 'Cause that shit's still feeding back. While we wait for her to connect completely, we have Commanders fan with the $10 super chat. I believe the Schofields, they've been saying somebody been trying to sabotage them since the fight been made. I would have canceled the fight after they said they in Saudi having to smell their water. Yeah. But again, that was also them. So Jasmine, you back?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Is that
So
better?
yes, no worries. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are y'all doing today?
We're good. We're good. Happy to have you. Obviously, you're going to be in the WBA flyweight title bout, right?
Absolutely. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here.
Yes, it has been a long time, man. You're still with Peter Khan, correct?
Yeah, still with Peter Khan. We've been doing good. Just about getting that. We've been chasing those titles. So, you know, whatever we have to do to get there, I said we're going to remain patient, and now we're here.
No, for sure. I just wanted to make sure that you were with him because obviously he had a birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to Peter
Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
And also because he's doing such a phenomenal job with the women that he does have in boxing. You know, outside of the men and the position that he put George Kambosos in, he's
Absolutely.
doing very good with yourself, being able to get you this title shot, and he's done very well by Franchon Cruz. So definitely wanted to make sure that that was still a thing with you and him, and give him his flowers. Because I
Yeah,
know that you've
100%.
been
He actually
involved.
told me to tell you hello
Oh, great, great.
when I talked to him this morning. Yeah,
Great. No, tell him I said what's up. Yeah, this
of
has been a
course.
long time coming for you, so it's good to see that a good manager is doing his job for you. Um, but
Absolutely.
how does it feel getting this opportunity after so long? Finally, getting your name out here where people can know more about you.
Man, it's definitely a dream come true. We've worked so hard to be where we're at. So to finally be in this position, we're like, okay, everything's signed, everything's there, the date's there. We're 31 days out. I would say I'm excited, but more so, I'm serious and I'm ready. I'm ready for this shot and I'm ready to bring the title home to Tampa.
Speaking of Tampa, obviously you guys got hit very hard. Were you affected by any of the storms? And how are things in Tampa right now?
Yeah, the last storm hit us bad. Well, the last two, but more so, the last one hit us really bad. Luckily, we made out fine. We had shelter, and but there is a lot of places, in the neighborhood and around that weren't so lucky. So it's been, we've been able to duck a lot of these storms that they say would hit us and they pass us. But these last two, the one prior actually was more so of the storm surge. So the water's just elevated so high, and this one was the winds and stuff. So we luckily made it out great. But the community in itself, we're rebuilding for sure.
So I truly love what I do because this sport is like the definition of the underdog story. You know, you've been waiting for this opportunity. You know, Peter Kahn is one of those managers that with every year he gets bigger and bigger, but he was an underdog. I remember one of his
Right.
first big fighters was Amir Iman. I say all that to say that it's a true underdog story for you in the sense that Pro Box picked this fight up. They don't even like women's fights. I've interviewed the son and the owner, Gary
Yeah.
Jonas, and his son Daniel, and they're not into women's fights. Have they had one maybe women's fight? Yes, but this has been a blessing in disguise for you because Pro Box is in Florida, close to your hometown,
Yeah.
and they giving you this opportunity that they don't normally give women. I say all that to say, does that add that pressure though?
Yeah, absolutely. I never I want to thank ProBox first off, of course, because of the aspect, and they are very close to me, to my home. I've trained in the gym quite a few times, and I'm friends with Daniel, very very nice young man. The way he's helped his dad in the business is amazing, and I love that. And they treat me well, and I know not everybody's behind women's boxing, but it is growing and it's getting huge. Now, as for me, I've never seen myself as the underdog. I've seen myself more as the person that I haven't gotten the opportunities because, who really wants to fight somebody that's coming to take your head off, So I never in any fight would consider myself the underdog. I bring heavy pressure and excitement, and but yeah, as for Peter, uh he's a hustler, and he's doing great, and he is getting bigger and bigger, and Xander just fought a great fight. He looked amazing in his last fight, and he's got some great contenders right now, and I'm just here to add to his legacy as well as mine.
Nah, for sure. But what can you tell us about your opponent? And yeah, what sort of advantages do you feel you would have over her?
I've watched her, of course, because that's something I'm big on. I'm one of those fighters that I'm gonna study you, and I'm gonna have a plan. I don't come in there blind. She fought the. I was actually chasing the world title holder, which was Clara Lescarat from Argentina, and she's held the title since 2022. She's had 5 title defenses, and we've been since my last fight in February. We've been chasing her. Uh, you know, they were ordering her. We were calling for it. She ended up vacating, retiring when that title went up for grabs. We stick to our guns, and we chased it again. Now the girl that I'm fighting, she fought Clara last year, and I believe it was very very close fight, and it probably could have gone either way. So Regina Chavez is the number one seed. So what better? Obviously, nobody wants to win a title that's vacant, but you want to take it from the champion. But this is just as good because she's the number one seed, and to me she fought Clara Lescarat to what I would have called a draw. So I do know she's a typical Mexican fighter, and as for the things that I have better than her, probably everything in the sense. I know she's going to come in there gritty with that Mexican heart, and we're ready for that.
So, not to switch off of your opponent, but are you familiar with Leanna Cruz?
Yeah, I'm familiar with everybody in my weight class.
I love it. I love interviewing you because you do have that dog mentality. What's your thoughts on her? Do you think A, that's gonna be a competitive fight for you? B, that could be your dare I say super fight?
With Lana Cruz, what I find is I think she's a bit delusional. Um,
Oh
you
wow.
know,
Why?
yeah, in the sense of, she was pushed up in the rankings. She doesn't beat any of the top fighters. You're talking about your Jenny Fuchs, Irma Garcia. She doesn't have the experience behind her. But I guess if the world wants to see a lion versus a kangaroo, then sure, why not? If it's a popular fight to make, why not? But that's just how I feel about it. I keep my emotions out of boxing. I'm not in boxing to call out names and do just stupid rah rah stuff. I'm in here to talk with my hands. If I wanted to fight with my mouth, I would have became a lawyer, to be honest.
Mm.
No, you are so good at articulating yourself. Congratulations
J-
to you.
Jasmine,
You
I'm
Thank you.
on your Instagram.
Yeah.
I saw you Valentine's Day. You posted Domino's pizza and Coca Cola. Is that your favorite? Was that your Valentine, the pizza?
Yeah, absolutely. I love food. As anybody, if they follow my career, they know I don't diet for fights. I work, I get ready. I just work hard and I like to eat. I wouldn't say Domino's is necessarily my favorite.
so wait,
I'm
Dom
definitely a Pepsi
during
fan
camp,
though. My
you,
grandpa worked for Pepsi Cola for 40 years, so shout out Pepsi.
but wait, you're eating Domino's during camp?
Absolutely.
What's in those boxes?
Oh,
Oh
there's
wow,
Amazing
there's a
that's
brownie I think in there.
pepperoni.
Oh yeah, and a pepperoni pizza.
So but doesn't that make you feel bloated? Do you do it because I know Pacquiao was doing like 7,000 calories because he was burning so many. Like, what is this just? Oh, on the weekend, this is my cheat day. What's the
No,
science
I mean
behind?
I eat what I want when I want. I don't think it affects me in the ring at all. I think boxing is a very mental state, and I feel mentally always in shape to go. I actually feel stronger in my later rounds than I do my early rounds. So I haven't found it to bloat me or any of that. Honestly, it has not affected me in my training. I run damn 6 minute miles. Um, I'm just a pure athlete, and I'm kind of on that same wave as Ocho Cinco. You're not going to be in a football locker room and they're eating salad and like that. Like I need protein. I need real food that's going to hold me. I need carbs. I need stuff that's going to hold me in the ring. And maybe that's why like I'm so strong and really big shout out to my mom for always having home cooked meals at the dinner table. My mom is from Cuba, so we have rice and beans on the table every night, and I think that very contributed to my strength. So
So
I'm not going to change how I eat. You know what I mean?
what about these nutritionists in particularly in boxing that say you are what you eat and food is your fuel, and not all food is created equally. None of that because you have a phenomenal. You've always been like Alicia Bumgarner, very ripped, muscular. So it looks like it doesn't affect you, but there's people that struggle with weight loss and muscle gain. So I still want your answer to that.
I a long time ago, I'm really big into reading like inspirational type of self development stuff when I was younger. And Dr. Wayne Dyer had said one time, and I'll never forget it. He says it's really not if I can articulate it right, it's not what you eat, it's what you think about what you eat. So I feel like if you think in your brain, like I said, our mental is very strong, more powerful than we think. I feel like if you think about, okay, I'm gonna eat a donut, I'm gonna gain a pound, you're gonna eat that donut and gain a pound. You know what I mean? So I really think our mind is so powerful that we can create these things. So I've not really I'm not concerned about eating healthy and eating. I do what I got to do to make weight, and I'm not going 5 6 weeks out of eating no carbs and all that kind of deal. But to each their own. Everybody's body's different. Everybody's body takes in food different. I have a high fast metabolism, and I'm lucky for that, and that's genetics. So I don't concern myself too much with it.
All right, all right. I got a couple questions here from the people. I got Demo from Houston. He says,
Hmm.
"You look in pretty good shape. What do you feel like is the most effective workout you do to keep you in shape?"
Running, 100% running. I don't miss a day of running. I run 4 miles every single day of my life. Minus Sundays, I take off because I do believe rest is just as important. You have to know your body. Rest is just as important as the work. I think if you're over putting your body in overdrive, you're not going to get the greatest results. So I know I've been on such a system for quite some time now, that I know when one muscle feels fatigue, I don't touch that muscle. If whatever, I listen to my body, so I don't overtrain. But running something that I've been able to do every single day and it not overexert my body. Now, when I'm in training camp, there's obviously it comes with running more miles. It comes with way more sprints. But I just stay consistent, even when I'm not. If I don't have a fight date, I still do my 4 miles every morning. That's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. So I would think running is probably the best workout you can do for a full body, heart, muscle, everything.
Now, some people just love running. Are you doing it because you're one of those people that just love to run? You happen to box, so it's good, for that, or do you do it specifically for stamina reasons in the ring?
You know, I in all in all, I love what I do. So yeah, I guess for the love of my sport, and I do what I have to do, and I know to make it to the top, you have to do these things. Would I necessarily say I wake up and oh yeah, let's go run? No, but I will say if I ever happen to miss a day, I feel like I cheated on myself. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I guess it's a love hate thing.
No, for sure. Um,
It is therapeutic though, you know, it's a way to I think a lot when I run, so it's a way to clear my mind and a lot of times I actually don't run with music. I run to audiobooks or sometimes I just like to hear the pavement in my feet. So it really
wow.
depends. It to me it's therapeutic for me.
Wow, I cannot run with no music. I could definitely
Really?
listen to podcasts and things like that, audiobooks and music, but no music, which is crazy because my next question, since you said you run, I was gonna, oh, what's in the playlist? But now you said you don't even listen to music.
Actually, I turn the music off when I get closer to fight. So my last like week of running, I like to shut the music off because you know I'm super engulfed in the game plan and I don't want any distractions with that. So actually, my last week of running, I'll cut the music just so my thoughts can be clear on what I have to do in that ring. But other than that, if I am listening to music, it's gonna be upbeat. It's gonna be like Motown style. I love Earth, Wind and Fire. It's not what you would usually think somebody listens to while they run, but uh, I just like stuff that feels good. You know, I'm a positive person, so I just like stuff that I like that old school good music.
I have Saint I Am. Salute to you, Miss Jasmine, with the salute emoji from the TBV community. Thank you for coming on the show and congrats on your opportunity on ProBox. We will be tuning in. Anywho, who are some of your favorite fighters to watch, and what is your hidden talent?
Thank you. My favorite fighters to watch, if we're talking about past, I am a huge, my all time favorite fighter is Marvin Hagler. I love to watch a lot of Marvin Hagler. I like to go back and watch the old school fights because I truly believe like I like to bring that old school grit back. So I watched the Roberto Duran's, Marvin Hagler's, the Alexis Arguello, Aaron Pryor fights. I like the old school stuff. I love watching Oscar De La Hoya fight. I think he had a beautiful style. But nowadays, I'm a big Canelo and Terrence Crawford, and I like to watch a lot of Inoue. So I do watch a lot of boxing. That's actually the only reason I turn my TV on, and it's what I do at nighttime.
Well, you can't bring up 2 pound for pound fighters and not have me ask a question. What do you
Oh,
want
I
next
know.
for Inoue? And obviously, does Crawford beat Canelo?
Inoue, I'm not sure. I just anybody you put him up against, I love to watch. I like his style. Crawford and Canelo, I go back and forth. I really do. I just think Canelo's big. Canelo's big for Crawford, but Crawford is he's a great fight. He's the best fighter. So I think it'll be definitely something to watch. But I go back and forth on it. I go back and forth.
Two fights for Inoue. Would you prefer him for Bam Rodriguez to move up and dare to be great and fight Inoue, or would you prefer Inoue to move up and dare to be great and challenge Espinoza, the 6'2" featherweight?
You know, I was gonna actually say Bam. I would like to see that. I would like to see what the small, great guy can do in a way. But I believe either fight would be great. You know, obviously, in a way, would be great for him to move up and see where he's at with that. You know, clearing out the division. So, I mean, either one, I believe, or would be great fights.
I got Treese in Ohio with his favorite question for every boxer. What's your thoughts on bare knuckle boxing? And the secondary question is, and Crystal Rosado joining Serrano and MVP and Jake Paul, is she a possible opponent?
As for bare knuckle, I'm not a fan of it. I think it's glorified bar fighting. I think it's
Thank you.
I just I don't know. I just don't think there really needs to be any skill in it. I think whoever gets off first wins and is more rugged. It's the reason I like boxing is because it's a sweet science. It's a thinking game. It's not a tough person sport. I mean, I'm not in this sport to be tough and get beat up. Uh, you know, I'm not a big fan of the bare knuckle. I respect the fighters that are in it because you have to have guts to get in there and do something crazy like that. But I find MMA to be more appealing than that, and I'm not even a big MMA fan. I don't watch much MMA, so I can't really tell you much about what's going on in it right now. But and as for Crystal, I mean, she's just starting out. I think she needs some time. I don't know. I don't think she's in a place to even be talked about right now. Right now, what's on my radar is big belts, your IBF, WBO, Irma Garcia, Mizuki just started fighting in America. She signed with Tom Lawfer, and so now that they brought her over from overseas here, uh, something along those lines. Popular big fights and belts is really all I'm after right now. If she creates a name and gets a belt, cool, yeah, then we could talk about it. But I think it's awesome that she's with Amanda, and Amanda's behind, the next generation, and with her island girls. I think that's awesome. Amanda's a great fighter, one of the best female fighters ever live, and I'm glad that she's in a place now where she's finally being recognized because 40 some fights, and now women's boxing is popular, and she's getting her flowers now.
Absolutely. There's been a ugly debate of who is, the face of women's boxing. It's between her, Shields, and sometimes Katie Taylor. Um, we have Bilo from Phoenix that says, "What's good, champ? Thanks for your time. Do you have a Strava or anything you log your workouts on? And what are some things you do to work on mental game plan? Excuse me, on mental game."
I don't log in my workouts like that. I have a system. I have
Wait,
I live
no
boxing
Apple
life like.
Watch, no
No,
Apple
I
Watch,
don't I
no
don't keep
Map
track
My
of that.
Fitness, no Pacers,
No,
nothing.
no.
So how do you know that you
I'm
keep be
I'm
mine?
old school. Look, I might be 32 years old, but I'm old school. I wake up, I know what's on my agenda, and I do my agenda. I get to the work. I'm not logging in what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how fast I did it. No, I just go in. I know what I'm doing for the day. I'm 200% there. I'm not going through motions. I give my all. I leave it in the gym or wherever I'm at training, and on to the next day. I'm not into all that. Let's calculate how many calories I burnt. No, I'm not into all that.
Wow, so you don't
I'm
even
the weirdest fighter you'll ever meet. Listen, I've never had a massage. I've never done an ice bath. I don't stretch. Like, I'm just old school. Like, I just get
You
to it. I
don't
get to the
stretch?
work. I do not stretch.
but
Damn.
but what if those things are what these, what the strength and conditioning coaches call little tweaks that can give you that extra edge.
I mean, I don't know. I'm in my
I
ways, and
You
what
yourself,
I've been doing for strength and conditioning works. Like, I mean, look at my strength. Look at my conditioning. It hasn't
yeah,
failed me. It hasn't
but
failed me.
Jasmine, you yourself on this very interview said that you take Sundays off because rest is important. So how you not
Of
gonna?
course.
But so is an ice bath. That's part of recovery.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I've always been into just letting my body heal naturally, so it grows naturally. I'm not trying to rush it. Like I said, I take Sundays off. My Wednesdays are a lighter day for me. I've been on the same system since I've started. I know when my body's at full peak. I know how many days to take off before a fight. I have my own system. We work it like that. I mean, like I said, everybody has their ways, and that just happens to be mine.
Last thing on that, I'm not trying to, grill you. Last thing, these
No,
abs
you're good.
days, they
Uh-huh.
you don't have to log. It's like once you're done the run, it tells you were running at a 6 minute pace and you ran 4 miles and your
Right.
heartbeat was this. I mean, it's useful. It's useful.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I'm not technically inclined, so I post what I post on the internet, but I'm not like on gadgets all day. So it might be easier than I think, like
I
you're saying, but
salute
I
to
haven't
you
tapped
that you
into it.
getting it done like that. Because again, when these like Alicia Bumgarner, right? She's in a big
Right.
fight. She's gonna have a strength and conditioning coach. Larry Wade is gonna be like this on a stop clock when she's running around the track. Because if you don't know what you did yesterday, how do you really know that you're pushing yourself today? Now, granted, you in your mind, you're like, yo, I'm pushing myself, but you still don't know what your numbers are.
Well, I mean, I know what I run in, but I'm not on like a an app that I calculate what I run in. I know if I'm running whatever and I did it like this today, I know I did it faster the next day if I look at the time, the watch,
Okay, so
like I
you are
don't.
using the watch. All right, Leah, at least you're using
I
the
mean,
watch.
I use the time. I mean, I look at the time to see where I'm at, but I don't log everything though. And as for your other question with the mental preparation, I just think like we're talking, if you give yourself 200% in the gym, you leave it all there. There's nothing to really prepare. Like you're fully prepared if you know, hey, I gave it 200% every time I woke up and I showed up and I gave it my all. Like that's the mental preparation in itself. Um, so yeah.
I have twin from Oakland, sup champ. With so much success in women's sports today, what do you hope to ultimately accomplish, and do you care about commercial success?
Um, Commercial success would be great. Obviously, everybody wants their face out there and all that, but I just want legacy. I want world titles. I want as many world titles that.
She might have got a phone call.
You cut
Yeah,
out?
I want world title. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was getting a phone call. Big world titles, all the world titles, undisputed is what I'm going for, and the legacy and my main goal in this all is, I want to be a voice for the youth. I do a lot of work with the community and the youth and showing the kids that you can be successful if you just put your head down and you do the right things and you take no shortcuts in life and you could do things the right way and achieve all your dreams and to follow your dreams and don't ignore them because you're put on this earth for a reason. So my biggest thing is just to be, a voice for the kids and be a role model for them and do my best in my boxing career itself.
How much time you putting in the gym? I'm still going through this Instagram. This is insane what you ate.
I live in the gym. I'm a soldier in this sport. My days are.
You ate chicken and what? At least tell me you made the chicken in the air fryer.
It was at a restaurant, so I
Oh
mean,
my God! So they fried it in grease. You are
yeah,
yo,
they
you're
fried it in
abnormal.
grease.
Like that. I've not seen this. I've not seen a.
I'm an animal.
No, I see. No, you're naturally, genetically, you're like on point that you can just eat.
Yeah, it's
You got
the
ice
genetics for
cream.
sure.
You got ice cream, and then you had more pizza the same day. So this is her breakfast. This is lunch. Pizza with an
This
ice
lunch.
cream sundae shake. Oh my Lord Jesus.
Yeah, see, it don't matter Domino's or it don't matter where the pizza's from. I'm gonna eat it.
Yo, and you ate Howie's. Ew. You need some New
It
York pizza.
actually is pretty good. Look,
Well, how is the fire? You
Nah,
hating, man?
man. Howie's is like Domino's. That's not real pizza.
Mm.
listen, I live this boxing life like a soldier when it comes to training. So I live in the gym. That's all I do.
No, you have
If I'm
to.
not at the gym,
How many
yeah,
hours
yeah,
though per day are you putting in? Not including the running or strength and conditioning. Well, yeah, I guess strength and conditioning and boxing gym.
okay. Let's see. It's not a sparring day, I spar 2 to 3 times a week. If it's not a sparring day, usually on sparring days, I'm at the gym for 3 hours.
Yeah.
If it's a technical day, I'm at the gym for 2.5, three, going over game plans or whatever. Um, yeah, and then on the days that I'm not sparring, or my days that I run, I'm gonna say give or take 5 hours, about 5 hours a day. I have everything lined up each day. and it stays the same. So I work out I work out weights once a week, once or twice a week. Uh, but you know, like I said, my rest is just as important as my work. I just make sure I don't miss and I'm consistent with it.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. You probably should be doing some strength and conditioning or fitness, personal training on the side. Uh,
Oh no, I definitely do. I train women. When I'm not training, I train women and kids, and I get kids, student athletes ready for the next level in whatever that is sport they're playing. Because I believe boxing is the best conditioning. So I
yes.
put them through. And I play football. I play for the LFL, so I take some of my boxing stuff and the stuff I learned on the field, and I put the kids to work on that field.
Wait,
Uh,
LFL, Tone, what is that? I don't watch anything but boxing. Tone, what is that? You seen that before?
What is it? Say it again.
The LFL was a pro football league that was out. It was a few years back, and it was called Landre Football. It
Oh,
was on MTV2. Yeah, it was on MTV2. We played at all the big arenas. There was like 10 teams. This was before flag football and stuff was big with women. So what it was basically was like you got your college athletes in different sports and they all picked up playing football. And I just happened to always know how to throw a football and play because I have a brother and my dad. So when I was 17, I tried out for the Tampa team. I was the youngest girl in the league. I was 17. I made the team. There was 300 girls that tried out for it. 20 made the team, 14 made the roster, and I ended up making the roster. It was a fun little adventure I did for about 3 years. Actually, before I took up boxing when I was 21, and but we had ex NFL coaches, so we learned how to train and stuff, how the football players train. So with the sprints and the scrimmaging and everything that we did was like they were doing it in the NFL.
well, you said that you're Cuban, but it sounded like you might be mixed with something.
No, I'm 100%
Oh,
Cuban, but my mom was from the island. My mom came here at the age of 16, and my dad's side is 100% Cuban, but their that came down years ago. His great grandparents came from Cuba, and they relocated to Tampa when Ybor brought the Cubans over from Cuba to Tampa to roll cigars. So I'm actually like a true. We call us Nampeños from Tampa, the natives from Tampa. My people settled here in the early 1900s. So, but I'm 100. My blood is 100% Cuban. I'm just Cuban American.
does the Cuban community, the Cuban boxing community, know you're Cuban? Like the solid
Yeah, but because I don't speak
Rodriguez?
Spanish, they don't really take to me as much, which is it is what it is. I understand Spanish fluently. I just don't speak it. I've always been just like scared to speak it. But I think if you left me in Miami for a month, I'll probably be able to speak it fluent. Um, but they
I mean, I know the difference. I have a house in Florida too, but
yeah.
from a language point, I don't think there's a difference between Tampa and Miami. There's plenty of Latinos in Tampa like there are in
Oh,
Miami.
there's tons, but you don't have to like Miami, you pretty much need to know Spanish to get around because you have billboards that say we speak English. Tampa's not at that point. Tampa's a big melting pot. But yeah, we're not at the point in Tampa. Now, do we have a big Latin community? Yeah, of course. But it's not at the point, and I'm seeing a lot more Cubans actually here in the last few years than I have ever. Tampa's grown a lot in the past like five years or so. But yeah, you don't need to know Spanish in Tampa like in Miami.
I got Manuel LG. I'm just gonna give him his like flowers for this question, but you've answered this unless you want to add. Would you fight Leanna Cruz? You already answered. Uh,
Yeah, I answered that.
O Wizard in Phoenix says, Jasmine, congrats on your success and good luck on your career going forward. What's your
Thank you.
favorite punch or combination to throw or land in a fight?
Whichever one gets the job done.
Second fight is the
Honestly,
same.
I don't have a favorite one. Whichever one hurts you. I have power in both hands, so yeah, whatever gets the job done is my favorite punch.
I got Saint that says hello and salute to you, Jasmine. In a fantasy fight, who would you favor in a fight between Terrence Bud Crawford versus Keith Thurman, and how much of a shot do you give Bud? Well, you already answered the Canelo part.
Keith Thurman and Crawford. I think Crawford beats Keith Thurman, but shout out Keith Thurman. He's from Clearwater. I'm a big Keith Thurman fan. I love Keith Thurman. The city doesn't give him the praise, um, but no, Keith Thurman is a great fighter, and I'm happy to see him back in the ring, to see what he does.
All right. Let me see here. Give a final refresh for any last questions, and if not, that might be all. Actually, yep, that is. Oh no, I got Octo that says, Jasmine, what's your favorite music artist, and give us one movie we should watch.
My favorite music artist, Luther Vandross, hands down. That'll never change. And a movie, I'm not big on movies, honestly. I like The Lion King. But I'm sure everybody's seen The Lion King, so
Oh, wait a
I
minute, Jasmine. Looks like I got Franchon Cruz wants to speak. I'm assuming she wants to
French
speak to
on.
you.
And good morning, champ. You already know.
How are we doing?
She's still connecting. Maybe Franchon, you might need to jump out, jump back in on X Spaces. So she's on X. In the meantime, though, Amin has jumped on and may have a few questions till we get her to reconnect.
Nah, no questions. Listen, Jasmine knows I've been a supporter, a fan,
Yes.
patriot of women's boxing, of her especially. I'm so proud that she's getting this
I
moment.
know you always shout my name, and thank you for
Renee
that.
Charlotte.
Thank you, big.
Nah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. This has been one to watch. I can't wait to see you get the spotlight you deserve. So this is going to be a
Thank you.
big one, man.
Yeah, just the beginning too. We plan to do big things from here.
Franchon, I don't know if you want to speak, but you may need to jump out of the space and try to jump back in. Did that work? You got to just unmute.
Yes, I just want to say I do not like her, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't like her. You ready for this? You
Go
listen,
ahead.
animal.
Go
Because
ahead.
them fucking abs, okay? You ain't helping me get my abs.
Listen, you got to help me sing though.
No, and you eating pizza and ice cream in the morning.
Listen,
Look at pizza and ice cream.
listen.
I'm
I need some
already a
singing,
pizza
French
heavyweight.
on. I need some singing lessons.
Nah,
And
nah.
you got to help me design
She's
some
a
stuff.
hard worker. Listen, I just want to show her love. She's a hard worker, real down to earth, always focused, motivated, always open to learn and just do what she do. And I'm so happy she's getting this opportunity. So I just want to mess with you.
French on. Thank you. It's so much love over here with
All
me and
right.
my family. We love you, girl.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Boxing Voice, for letting me come on, Papa. I'm going in the gym now, so I can get some abs too.
All right,
Hey,
champ,
let's
do your
go.
thing.
All right, y'all. Be
Appreciate you
blessed.
popping in.
All
Well,
right.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jasmine, that was all our questions. I do appreciate you coming on, and obviously, we wish you luck. We would love to get you on for the
Thank you.
victory lap after
Yeah,
the fight.
definitely.
Wait, I got one question. I'm conducting a poll, Jazz. I wanted to ask you
Uh-huh.
how
Okay.
how long after a breakup with a significant other should that significant other be allowed to go to Miami?
To go to Miami,
As soon as they want.
after
whenever they want.
you said what?
Whenever they feel like it, I guess.
I think at least 3 football seasons.
What?
That's, yeah.
It's your ex. Why are you still caring?
You trying to hurt you? So you trying to hurt me on purpose? Respect.
No, if it's over, it's over.
Exactly.
No, there got to be a grace period, Jazz. There's no grace period.
I don't know. I'm married to the game of boxing, so I don't deal with all that.
Well, champ, that is all the questions. We do appreciate you. Thank you for jumping on.
Guys, thank you so much.
You got it. There